Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, Coins Reaction Zone, in episode 4 of One Piece, called The Pirates Are Coming. So, the description of this episode: with his friends in danger and Caldor's plans in motion, Usopp seeks help from the Marines. Blades clash when a fierce battle erupts at Kaya's mansion. So last episode, we met Usopp in Syrup Village, and we met Kaya, the sickly girl, and Caldor, aka Kuro, and Mary, and Bucci, and Sham. A few things that have changed from the anime manga. First off, like I mentioned at the end part of episode 3, is that Buggy and Arlong actually have interactions and talk to each other. So I'm really curious to see how that'll go. Because right now the live action kind of drifted from the source material pretty hard, with some aspects still in there. So there could be something completely different that happens in this show that I don't know about. So I'm pretty excited to see that, if anything fun happens. Garp and Kobe have more scenes together, same with Helmeppo, and interactions of like trying to make him a tactician and also bring him out of his shell and train better to chase out of the pirates. First of all, Mary is dead. First time a character that has lived in the actual anime manga dies. Like the other characters that they've killed off, like Mr. Seven and things, they kind of were off screen a bit, but this is the first side character or main character that's been killed off that lives further down the line, and is whenever they cut back to him in later arcs, he's still there. So that's kind of interesting. I guess it makes sense though, because the anime and manga rules don't really apply, because he gets the crap kicked out of him and he still survives. And same with the other characters. That's probably why they didn't show Zoro getting completely slashed to crap, is because they wanted to go for a more realistic feel. So if he's completely slashed with blood squirting out of him and he doesn't die, people are going to be pretty pissed about that too. But it's still kind of disappointing, because that's how they get their cool moments and how they get their awesome moments. There was a couple of comedy scenes last episode that I enjoyed, like the telling of the story and Luffy recognizing that he's crazy. So I did enjoy those, but overall there's been a lot of changes that have been kind of, I don't know how they're going to play out, but like I said several times, if they do, 2, 3, 4 seasons, they're definitely going to come to bite them in the butt, and it's going to make it super weird. So still enjoyable. Right now, the series so far for me is a 21.5 out of 30. Total up all my ratings at the end and then do a divided by 100, see where my current score is. But pretty interesting so far. It's definitely kind of waning for me, kind of teetering, kind of like a metronome on quality, on how I'm enjoying it, just because there's so many changes. But it is making me excited to do my 12th rewatch of the One Piece anime on this channel. So that's going to be super fun. I'm just going to keep reacting to this and until it's over. So without further ado, let's get into episode 4. Yeah, last episode, Bucci, Sham, and Kuro knocked out Zoro with a wine bottle and dropped him down the well with his swords. Oh, so if they're doing One Piece Zoro's logo, then that means they're going to do Zoro's story arc here? That doesn't make any sense. They probably didn't have a chance to do it earlier, so they're just shoehorning in now. That's kind of dumb.
No, sorry. Kuro. His name is Captain Kuro.
Now I know you're lying. Captain Kuro of the Black Cat Pirates.
Yes, long claws, tiny glasses.
Impossible. My father, Axehand Morgan, killed him years ago.
We're here to help. Not right.
Oh, yes. By all means.
He's a great Helmeppo. He's such a dick. I love him. I like this live action Helmeppo more than the regular one.
Go ahead and toss him in the well with the green head of. Aye, aye, Captain.
Nice. They're not wasting any time, going immediately to it. It's like toss him with Zoro. That's where he's at.
For a fugitive. Goes by the name of Luffy. Luffy? Luffy, why yes, I do know that name. Belongs to one of the lowly criminals Usopp has introduced Lady of the House. Horrible bunch, drank the place dry. I have one of the staff members keeping an eye on them now. The Marines are here. They've come to collect the drunken straw hat pirate. Bring him to the front of the house at once. Marines?
She completely knocked the crap out of Sham. Okay. So they're not going to have any Bucci and Sham fights? They're just going to be servants? Okay, interesting.
He's lying. Everything he says is enough out of you.
Can't reason with madness. Now, I really must return to my duties.
Again!
Yeah, it's kind of random that they're doing Zoro's backstory right now.
You're dropping your elbow. Just some friendly advice?
We're not friends, Kuina. Now I need advice from you.
Zoro Kuna backstory, nice.
Say otherwise.
Okay, so Bucci and Shim are gonna fight. And I like that they went into their manga accurate outfits. Everybody is, which is pretty fantastic to see. Riz is over since Nami knows now.
What are you talking about? I overheard them in the kitchen. It's been going on for years.
Did Usopp put you up to this?
I didn't even know. I gave you that tea.
Think about it, Kaya. When did you start getting sick? Was it around the time Kuro started working here?
Oh, Miss Kaya.
Got a sing-songy creepy voice, like it.
Kaya! There you are, Miss Kaya. It's your birthday! It's time to stop!
I know that Usopp guy might be full of it. That butler gives me the creeps.
Sure. Take the side of the pirates. Sure, Garp would love that too.
It's not my fault I'm doing a good job. And the Vice Admiral sees it.
The only reason you're here is because you're friends with that straw hat. Garp doesn't believe in you. He's using you.
He's not. You're just jealous.
Doesn't make me wrong.
At least he knows he's jealous. That's kind of good.
She can't be. We made a promise.
Couldn't have passed away. Zoro's kid actor is definitely pretty good, though. Even if his backstory takes place at a stupid point in time, like during the Surf Village, which should be all about Usopp. He's been stuck in a well the whole time for this episode, kind of sidelining Zoro so he couldn't save the day. Nice. Full on just knocked him down.
I was headed back to the house.
his getting lost all the time. Love it.
By order of the Marines, I'm placing you under arrest. I know you've got a job to do. But I'm gonna go back and help my friends.
I did though that they put their interactions in a little bit earlier. It's nice. Doesn't make any sense further down the line in the story, but it's nice. Bandana, so he's good to go. Oh, so they're actually going to do a legit fight with them. Okay, sweet. I thought they were going to completely skip it. I'm happy with that. Nice. Pretty good action scene. And I know that, besides the super painful parts, I know that they're really doing that because he's an expert sword fighter and martial artist, so I'm really happy with that. And they're not cutting away, they're actually keeping it going. No, like, serious jump cuts. Pretty well done.
These are my friends. You don't get to mess with them.
You are annoying, resilient.
Well, I am made of rubber.
Nice. Good line. Kind of doesn't make any sense, though, because all you saw was him getting passed out by soup and poison, so he's not really resilient.
You could get the best of
They're putting lines in from the anime and manga that are not very warranted, but still fun.
Come out and fight me.
No, you poor sap.
Also, they're keeping it inside the mall instead of being just randomly
A pirate.
at the edge of a cliff, so it does make sense because he has more ways to hide.
And how long have you been on the seas? A week? A month? I was a captain for years, and I never failed in a raid. Not once. And what did I get in return? A life of worry and a target on my back as wide as the East Blue.
It's about adventure. And freedom.
Freedom? There's no such thing with a bounty on your head.
I guess they're not going to show Koro's backstory and they're just going to mention it offhand of him losing to Axe Hand Morgan. Yeah, they're keeping the Black Cat Pirates down to 3 instead of the whole crew showing up later down the line, so that makes sense. It's just a bit kind of different because it shows how good, another time that shows how good Luffy is, because he tries to kill the other Black Cat Pirates when he goes into like frenzy mode. And that shows that Luffy's mad that Kuro's killing him. Got Butch and Sham defeated. Yeah, they're gonna, I guess, probably rush this fight down into the last couple minutes of the episode. It's definitely pretty smooth though on the fight scenes, at least. Like, it's definitely kind of same kind of a bit like how Luffy likes to dodge and stuff in the actual show. And that was such a creepy face. I love it. Nice, and they did the same final scene. Sweet. Yeah, that looked pretty decent. No Django though. Django was such a great side character in the actual show. And they really cut Usopp's cool scenes of how he knows he's a liar and he wants to protect Kaya, fights Django, and shoots. Basically, all of Usopp's backstory is connected to Django. So for him not to show up, that means Usopp also got denied backstory any more than he had. Like, denied that he's getting stronger. It went all to Zoro in the live action, which is kind of worthless, to be honest. It should have came a lot earlier. So I bet if the Kobe Garp storyline didn't happen so early, backstory would have happened a lot more succinctly. Kind of disappointing.
That looks just like your lawyer friend.
We ran the shipyard after my parents passed. Was their dearest colleague, my oldest companion.
Live on. I hereby name this ship the Go and Mary.
Your new home.
Thank you, Kaya.
Okay, so I guess they do know about Mary's death.
We did it!
I guess that is another way to name the ship.
What's up? What are you waiting for? Get your stuff.
What stuff?
You're coming with us, right?
What? No, I couldn't.
Just come on already.
I'm gonna need a great sharpshooter. Just like Yasuo. I saw what you did back there. Sticking up for your friends. That's exactly the kind of guy I need on my crew.
What?
It happens more in the anime manga. They're using the same lines, but it's less warranted, like I said, because he did a lot cooler stuff in the anime manga.
What about Kaya? She needs me to take care of her. I said I'd never leave you. And don't you need help with the shipyard?
The shipyard was my parents' dream. I think I might do something different. I study to...
Oh, yep, same thing. Nice. At least they kept that in.
to hear all about the real adventures of Captain Usopp.
Oh, nice. They actually kissed.
They do know I'm the captain, right?
Let them have this one.
Nice, because it was kind of... They didn't really act on any of their feelings together, but they were definitely had crushes on each other. So I'm nice that they actually kissed. That was cute. I like that. Oh, they're doing a kind of version of the Straw Hats main song. Oh, that's cool. And Luffy's in his signature spot on top of the Going Merry head. And it does make sense to name the ship after a fallen guy instead of him just being the one that built the ship, basically. Yeah, I like they kept the screams and now it's nice.
Exactly what you were supposed to do.
So I don't understand.
The real lesson here. Always have a backup plan. Flush them out, son. Mission accomplished.
Parallel artistic talent.
Oh, yep, here we go. Usopp's the one that made the flag. Oh, nice. So they did exactly like the anime manga. I love it.
Leaves people speechless.
I already drew our flag.
Okay, but this one is so much better. Jolly Roger's supposed to reflect the captain.
I am the captain. We are the Straw Hat
Call
crew.
me Captain
I am Captain
Usopp.
Usopp.
I really wish they did Pea, Onion, and Carrot, though. They were great in the anime manga. At least they have a nice family moment.
This is what it's all about.
That's what's great about Usopp. He brings awesomeness and also comedy. So I really hope the live action gets kind of lighter as we go on, even though there's some serious moments happening afterwards. And now we're actually showing the cannonball scene that Garp is throwing them. It happens a lot later in the anime manga, but it's still pretty nice to see already.
Grandpa?
Oh, so they're doing the reveal this early? Holy shoot. Okay. Alright, I guess they're revealing Garp is to Luffy very early, and then they left it on a cliffhanger. So yeah, having the Marines keep going and basically cutting all other Marines but Garp definitely makes for more fun interactions with the storyline. But it's one of those things that they get stuck with of like, you can't have side characters, everybody has to be related. Because we know they're related because we've watched the anime manga, most of us. But for that, it doesn't really make very much sense because they kind of are a bit different of like having different Marines around kind of builds out the world more and actually shows that it's not just one set of Marines, you know? So just kind of a bit confusing, but it's still pretty fun. And they've done a few changes in this episode, like completely putting Zoro's backstory in this part kind of lessens Usopp's cool moments of like protecting Kaya with his slingshot. And Django was completely not here, so that kind of ruins the whole Django. And then that means they'll probably cut out Sanji's first villain completely out of here and not do full body. And that completely kind of changes up that side character storyline. And also, putting Zoro's backstory here was very, very weird, especially having it to do with a well and him being stuck inside a well for 30 minutes. It's kind of a waste of a character, especially since he only got stuck in the well because he got knocked out by a wine bottle, which completely against Zoro. That makes him basically go out like a wimp. It just doesn't make any sense. Still pretty fun. I like how they did the Going Merry. It definitely makes more sense to name it after a fallen comrade kind of guy than, I guess, the dude that built it. But still kind of sad about Mary, especially since he's not really a focal point later on, but just always around kind of thing whenever they cut back to Kaya and what she's doing in the future. Pretty fun episode. I don't think it was the best one. The fights were kind of smooth. I did enjoy those. So I think I'm going to give this one probably another 7 out of 10, bringing our total score up to 28.5. It wasn't fantastic, but it wasn't bad by any means. Yeah, lackluster, like I said, because spent 30 minutes stuck in a well, and then 5 minutes, even though the fight was smooth, it felt a bit rushed. So that's the only pretty downsides. There's been definitely a few cuts here and there, but not too bad in the grand scheme of things. I'm going to react to a 5th episode, and then I could edit them all together and give myself more time to react to the last 3 episodes all at the same time as well later down the line. So that's going to do it for me. I think I'm going to keep this one rather short. I'm enjoying it so far. There's definitely a lot of cuts that, like I said, are not really going to make sense further down the line, but I'm having fun with it. And so far, I think this series for me is about a 7.8 to 8 out of 10. And I'm interested to see how the last 4 episodes will go. Halfway through the season. Thank you everyone for watching, and have a great day.